So I'm up, I'm functional, I'm running late. Diablo me up a couple times to prevent an asthma attack last night. The second time I wasn't really able to get back to sleep. So tired. I'm running late like I said. I've still gotta pack my bag, I've gotta feed the animals, and I've gotta eat myself. I should brush my teeth, my hair, wash my face. I don't have time to shower. I showered last night though before I went to bed, so I should be fine. But I'm running late. I've got Photoshop and algebra today. I've got like crusties in my eye. Anyway, I gotta catch up on chemistry, which is online. But I will see y'all later this evening. So, I don't know if I did a recording since I've been home. I've showered. I've moved some heavy stuff, which I should not have done. But my boyfriend's mom needed help, and she's a week old. Yeah. So, I helped. I'm gonna get started on some homework. I've got some more photos today. It's a nice day out. So I open the windows, some of them, and I pick out which black puppy will be Cinder. Whenever my friend gets home, she has the harness with the tags, and I'll pick out the puppy. I'll hopefully upload a picture. I will hopefully upload a picture whenever I get it of the puppy I decide to get. We can never decide off looks alone. But like I said, if she doesn't turn out to work for service dog, she still will be a pet. Anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on homework. I'm going to clean up a little bit too, like vacuum and such. I got to do dishes. And I'll probably have pulled pork stuffed baked potatoes for dinner. But I will get back to y'all whenever I can. Hopefully, like I said, upload a picture of whatever Cinder is. And Diablo's being a goober. There's some big heavy machinery up the road, and he's going crazy because he wants to go play. They're making a greenway out by my house. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later, and have a wonderful afternoon. Okay, so I've got some cleaning done. I'm not wearing my glasses. And I've had to be logging my blood pressure and vertigo and everything. I called the doctor just now, and I actually got a hold of him, which is a miracle. My doctor is the only doctor for my insurance all the way as far as our state capital. They're the next closest. We're probably about 30, 45 minutes away from the state capital by drive on the interstate. Otherwise, it's longer. Anyway, he's a contract doctor, so he has everyone here in Hot Springs and several other cities go to him. So he's always busy. Anyway, I was surprised I was actually able to get a hold of him. Or at least one of the nurses. Yeah. So, I talked to her and I let her know what was going on, and she said for sure they would be able to get me with an at-home mobile heart monitor. They would be two. An at-home monitor, which I could hook up while I'm here, like when I'm in the bed sleeping or whatever. And then the mobile one, which I have to wear when I go out and about, which they would prescribe me both. She said to keep log for at least till today, since 2 days after the trip. I'm going to keep log because they told me at the ER to do it till I go to the doctor for at least a week. And I don't remember my heart rate, blood pressure from yesterday. Nurse Bunny logged it, so I got to get it from her and write it down at the time. But today I was 136/93 with a heart rate of 89 BPM. Now, from what I understand, average oxygen levels are about 70. When I went to the ER, mine was only 18. So that was really low, like really, really low. No, is it 90? It's 90. 90 is average oxygen rate. But mine said 18 on the paperwork. So I got really low oxygen. But I've also noticed every time I've been to the ER, every time I've been to the doctor, my oxygen rate is very low. Usually in the teens to 20s. So I guess that's normal for me. Then again, I'm chronic asthmatic. So yesterday I had vertigo 3 times. The first time was for 15 to 20 minutes. The second was between 20 and 30. And the third was about an hour and 20 minutes. Today I've already had 5 rounds of vertigo. So it seems like it's getting worse. The first one was 7 to 8 minutes. The second one was an hour and 45 minutes. I don't have the times I start and the times I stop because I don't really pay attention. This is just an estimation. Because one of my classes is an hour and 30 minutes, and it was a little bit longer than the class was, and a little bit into my next class. So I'm guesstimating at an hour and 45 minutes. The next one, which was the third time, was 17 to 20-ish minutes, which is the guesstimation, like I said. Fourth was only about 10 minutes. And the 5th, which I just finally got over, was almost an hour at 55-ish minutes. And it's only 4:30, so almost 5. So I'm a little concerned. And they are for sure going to get me a heart monitor. I already let my professors know if they see one, it's nothing to worry about. I did also talk to the nurse. She said she'll be there Friday. She's usually not at our clinic. She's usually through the hospital, but they placed her there because one of the other nurses called in sick. I asked her because my doctor does not approve of service dogs. He's not why I have my service dog. When I was growing up, all my doctors, pediatricians, and pediatric psychiatrists did get a service dog, so I got one when I was 18 because DHS wouldn't let me. But by then, I couldn't see my pediatric doctors. This doctor believes medicine is the only cure and the only way to know when something's going to happen. But if you're going to know something's going to happen, you need to know in advance, not when it happens. And that's what he doesn't seem to realize. He's a good doctor and all. I really like him, but he just doesn't believe that service dogs are of any help to humans. So I did talk to the nurse, and she said it's okay for my boyfriend to sit in the waiting room with Diablo. He's pretty good, well-behaved dog. She doesn't have a problem with it. None of the other nurses really have a problem with him. They've met him. They love him. But Blagden does not like him. Does not like him. Does not like any service dog. He has dogs. He just doesn't like service dogs. So David will have him out in the waiting room while I talk to Blagden. We're going to get me hooked up with a mobile heart monitor as well as an at-home heart monitor. More than likely, probably at least a mobile, more than anything else. I keep trying to burp, but I can't. It hurts. I've got logs already prepared. For tomorrow's blood pressure on the vertigo. Today, I had my blood pressure checked at 11 o'clock. Yesterday was probably around 11:30. But, sun's in my eyes. I'm getting ready to do homework. I've got my internet bill. It's not that bad. It's $37.90. It's always $37.90. And that's like 1,000 gigs a month. I don't even use 100. So, I'm tired. I'm just so tired. That and the sun's right in my eye. But I'm at my desk. Little desk. I gotta get a new printer. My laptop's in my room. I got my calendar up there. Some pens. Camera. Diablo's over there. If you're wondering what that sound is, he's... Quit licking your junk and breathe! He'll lick and chew till he sits there and goes... like he's like choking. And I'm just like, bro, you're chewing so much you're gonna kill you. He actually is due for his medicine. He's gonna kill himself. He's due in probably 20 minutes. I gotta give him more Benadryl. He goes to the vet for his annual the 24th. So in exactly 1 month at 2. He'll go with my cat. Which our cat's a good car rider. He's a good bather too. I might get y'all a video of Diablo's bath today. And I might give the cats a bath today. Tomorrow we're gonna, before class, I'm probably gonna have to be up by 8. Because we're gonna go to the laundromat and do my laundry. Because, you know, my washer's out. I owe David $33.75. Because he put 20 in the bank to prevent an overdraft. Because I forgot $50 got put, no, $20 got put in the bank account from checking to saving every month. And so that made like $41 in savings. And then I forgot his dad hadn't pulled the check. And then his dad ended up pulling the check. So I thought he had already. So I was like, okay, I have 114 and change in checking. So I got some gear and stuff for Diablo. And I checked one day and it says less than 100, like $100 is missing. I was like, oh my god, this is not going to be good because, you know, $56 of the gear hadn't come out yet. So with the gear, I had to take $40 from savings and put it in checking. So I only have $1 in savings right now. And I had to ask my boyfriend for 20 to put it in there to prevent, because if it would still have like $12 it would have pulled. And then $12 overdraft plus $36 overdraft fee plus another $1 to reopen the account. So that was like $49. So $20 instead of $49. So I owe him $20 for that, and then $13.75 for taking my laundry to the laundromat last time he gave me quarters. I have some quarters this time, so I'll probably pay for most of it. But life with a disability, no income, not working, is shit. Yeah, I have my own place, but by the grace of my boyfriend's family and the grace of God, I'm supposed to pay $400 a month in rent. This place usually rents for $1,200 when it's fully fixed. If you can tell, the roof is like saggy and it needs to be fixed. The floor needs to be fixed, as y'all probably seen with, the wood flooring and not linoleum. Bathroom floor is cracking. Bedroom floor is caving in. It's not insulated. It has box unit ACs, which isn't really that bad, but it has space heaters. I actually need to turn on the gas because it's cheaper to run the gas in the winter, we found out, than the space heaters. Because the space heaters are cheap, but they barely heat up the house, so I have this big old bulky one, and it's more expensive to run that one heater 3 days than it is to run the ACs, both ACs, 24/7 all summer. So, like, my bill last month, I haven't paid it yet because it was so much, and I didn't have enough to pay it. My electric bill from running one heater for 3 days was like $458. And to run 1 month both AC units is like, our summer is forever long. But just taking the 3 summer months, okay, 3 summer months, the ACs are a little bit more expensive. But for 1 month of the ACs, it's only like $120. So $240 for 2 months and $360. Yeah, so it's more expensive to run that space heater, one space heater, than it is to run that AC unit and the one in the bedroom all summer with the fucking bedroom door open, or the baby bedroom door open, which takes even more to cool it down. So we're gonna turn on the gas next winter if I'm still here. I really don't want to be. I want to move to somewhere better insulated. It's so fucking hot here in the summer. I'm like literally running around in my underwear and bra, and I'm still sweating buckets. So I'm naturally really hot. It's just cold today, so I got a sweater on. But I'm looking to move. It's hard to find a house, which is what I want, because houses are nicer. They have, fenced in yard. You don't have to walk the dogs, which I know I should totally walk Diablo, but my heart pounds just going to the driveway to walk around the circle, which is a road. It's just like a block. We have one circle back behind our house, which used to be cow pastures for my boyfriend's family. But just walking to the driveway, which is like 200 feet that way, my heart just pounds. I can't do it. So I have a dog run right outside my house that I bought, and he can run this way and that way, and he can run just about anywhere. I gotta get a post and put it in the ground, so he has a whole circle he can run instead of running into the house or running into a bush. You're getting caught around this and getting caught around that, getting knotted up. So he has a dog pen, but we don't really use that for him because he's almost always with me now. Now, if it's raining outside, he likes to potty outside, but I've noticed he's been trying to poop inside instead of outside, because David's dogs have been pooping in my house, and he's smelling that, and he's wanting to do what they're doing, and he knows better. So when it rains, we put him in the pen. He does have a doghouse, and he has a raincoat, and we sit him out there for about an hour to make sure he poops, because he won't go in the doghouse even though he has it. So he usually will poop if we put him in the dog pen, but if he's on the run, he won't poop when it's raining. So the run is for when it's sunny and nice out. The pen is for when it's rainy and he need to go potty. He'll pee-pee outside. He won't poo-poo. But I'm looking for a house, and people who rent houses are like, oh, you have a service dog? I can't get a deposit off that. Well, I filled it up. No, somebody lives there now, but they're still advertising it. So I've actually I've taken my messages. I haven't personally done it, but I have sent the information to the ADA and ADA lawyers, conversations, and then dates and times where they said, yeah, it's still available, after telling me it's not. So they have been, they've gone to court and they've been fined because they're discriminating against the person with a disability because I have Diablo and they can't get a pet deposit off him. I have a cat. I have 2 cats, but Jasmine's still looking for him. I've offered to pay, a pet deposit, which if you have a pet, you're going to pay a pet deposit, except where I live now. They don't allow pets, but they know my animals are good. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I was like, I can pay a pet deposit on my cat. I can pay the monthly rent on my cat. Well, your service dog is what gets us, and it's not that you have a cat, but we filled up anyway, so we don't have a place available anymore. It's always we filled up, or, well, we decided not to rent it, or, well, I have someone who's going to buy it, and, you know, so it's always this excuse or that excuse. So apartments are less likely to do it, so I'm probably going to be stuck with an apartment unless I know a person renting a house or I do rent to own. But in order to do rent to own, there's no one in Hot Springs who really does it anymore, and if they do, they want to charge you like $1,500 a month, $3,000 deposit for 36 months. So you're paying more than the house is worth, like by triple. Or they're asking more than the house is worth, period, if you buy it outright. If you pay interest on rent to own, it's still going to be more than it's worth. Like, there's a house over there that's falling apart, and its net worth is $24,000. They were asking $63,000. If you rented to own, they were asking $89,000. It's only worth $24,000 tops, because the floor's breaking, and you have to basically remodel the whole damn thing. So I didn't get it, and she was asking. She was a friend of mine. She was asking a $2,000 deposit and $600 a month. So if it was rent to own, I could have the animals. If it was just renting, I couldn't even have my service dog, which I was like, you know, what the fuck? ADA says you have to let me rent with a service dog. Not if it's a private property. Yeah, if it's a private property, you do. So, I'm looking to get an apartment near here, but the one thing I run into with Hot Springs apartments is you have to make 1.5 times rent. Unless you're through the housing authority, and then that goes based off your income. And you have to be making something. Anyway, so housing authority homes are very shitty. They're very small, compact, run down, crappy. They barely meet the livability requirements. Everywhere else but one place requires you to make 1.5 to 2.5 times rent. The one other place, that man is the one who was stealing from me, so. And then homes, they don't want me because of Diablo. Oh, well, we filled up. It's not their actual reason, but you know it's their reason because they're still offering it to other people. But you mentioned, as soon as you mention you have a service dog, no. So I actually figured out a way around it. Okay, do you accept pets? Yes. Okay, I have a cat. He's neutered. He's up to date on shots. Okay. Well, pet rent is like X amount, and then additional a month, or just X amount, non-refundable deposit. Okay. We'll go out there, and then I'm going to sign like a lease agreement, and then be like, when I get my copy, oh, by the way, I have a service dog. That way they can't back out of it, and they cannot get me, and they cannot evict me. So basically, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing with a house, is saying, yeah, you know, I totally want to rent here. It's really great. You know, I'm going to sign all the papers, be like, by the way, I have a service dog. Because the only thing when you rent that they can ask is, do you have a service dog? And can we get his vaccination records? Or his doctor's note? They don't request it, but they can ask for the vaccination records just to make sure they are up to date on shots. And they can ask, is this a service dog? The only other thing they can ask for is their certification or a doctor's note. Otherwise, they don't really have to ask for that, but they like to have it on file. So if there's a problem, because their insurance, most places, rentals have insurance. They actually are required by law to have rental insurance. Anyway, there's something under my nail. It is a leaf. Piece of leaf. Anyway, their insurance needs to know if there's a service animal on the premises. And I mean, the only way they can reject you with a service animal. Some places do, in certain states, Arkansas being one of them, the only way they can reject you with a service animal is if their insurance will not cover that breed, even a service animal. Some insurances will not cover pit bulls or German shepherds. So if your service dog is only if they're 100% pit bull, German shepherd, like Arkansas, you can't have a pit bull. Some insurances say that you can't have a pit bull. So if you have a purebred pit bull, like they have to have papers or at least vet records saying they're purebred. If they have even 1% anything else, they're covered. But, like, say you have a purebred pit bull with papers, their insurance will not cover them if they have any pit bulls. In Arkansas, it is legal for them to reject you. Now, say your dog is 99% pit bull, 1% collie. Because that 1% collie, they cannot reject you, even if it looks like a purebred pit bull. As long as you can get a DNA test done, which then if they want to fight you, they have to pay for the DNA test, is what I found out. To prove that it's a pure pit bull. And DNA test in Arkansas costs between $80 and $300. And it'll take up to 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks, they do have to house you if you've already signed an agreement. So, otherwise it's discrimination. I'm sorry. But, pardon me. That's my update for now. I've got to finish cleaning and get on chemistry and college algebra and some anatomy and physiology homework. But I will talk to y'all later. Okay, so I did some homework. I'm about ready to pass out. I'm so freaking tired. So this is probably going to be the last video. Once it updates, I will update, and I will crash. I'm so tired, it's not even funny. I gotta call my mom before I go. Grandpa's okay. I get fitted with an at-home and a mobile heart monitor. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later. I know this is like literally 45 seconds, just about it'll be. But I'm about to pass out, so I'll talk to y'all later.